probably more of a 10-point game. You guys have done like 10, 14 most of the game, a good part of the game. What do you think was the difference in this game as far as them winning?
I would have to look at the tape, but it felt like just correctable mistakes, things we could get better. Obviously, they do the same thing every single night the way they play, and we made some mistakes, and we'll have to watch that and get better.
Jamal, the reserves made that big comeback. Was there any politicking on the bench during the timeout for you or any of the other players to try and get back in for the last 5 seconds?
No, at that because we got to stop at that time, and they got it, and everything just seemed like it sped up at that point. So that's a tough call. I mean, CJ, if he takes one more dribble, maybe he probably gets a good clean look, and he's a great shooter.
Doc says that maybe you guys wanted it too much, and that might have gotten in your guys' way.
I can see that.
Feel that at all?
Yeah, I can see that for sure. We have history. It's a love-hate thing, I guess. Like, we've been on the rise, both teams, for the last few years. Obviously, they won a championship, and you always want to play well against the champs. But you tip your hat to them. They played a tough game. We did as well, but we came up a little short.
They outscored you guys by 13 in fast break buckets tonight. Did it feel like they were playing at a different pace than you guys?
I don't know, but it felt like the pace of the game was faster in general. It really did. It felt like there was a lot of possessions. Both teams, when they scored, we would try to come back as fast as possible, and when we scored, they did the same thing. So we didn't give each other too much time to celebrate.
Jamal, it's another close game without Blake and without a couple other players. Do you guys feel that gap between yourselves and the Warriors maybe closing at all with the performance you had?
Well, I don't know. We've had 3 really good games against them, but we lost all 3. So I guess it's a glass half full, half empty type thing. But obviously, to get where we want to go, I'm sure we'll have to see them at some point.
Where do you feel the gap is right now, if there is one, between the two teams?
I would say their continuity. No matter what, like we had them left down here by 20 last time. They just kept playing. They kept playing. They didn't put their heads down and stuff. And when you win a championship, you're battle tested. You've pretty much seen it all. So I would say they have that above us right now.
Jamal, when you go to work on something specifically and you think about this game, what kind of little things do you think that you guys have to do better to get past this team?
Well, they have such great shooters, just kind of body-on-body type things. They get no open space, miscommunication plays, or maybe one of the guys you don't think is shooting sets a pick on somebody that is shooting, we don't switch properly, or we don't get the right position, and we give up 2 points. Things of that nature, I think we can correct for sure.
Little things you'll see on tape when you look at it?
Yeah, and it'll be frustrating because you're like, oh, in hindsight, if you would have did this better, maybe it could have been different.
All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate it.